Gather round, Nerfers, and let Drac tell you a tale. Today's story is one of two foam flingers, one that I've met and am very good friends with, and one that I'm very excited to meet. I haven't met him yet. He's very talented. He's very, involved with the hobby and social media, and he just hasn't made it out to a major event like End War Rag yet. But I'm sure his day will come, and when he does, I'm excited to meet him. And this is the story of how this blaster came to be on my workbench. So this logo over here is some sort of, I guess, CD half moon Wicca symbol. And all I know is that it's Taffy's symbol. Taffy is a Nerfer that if you're on the Discords or on Facebook, you should recognize Taffy. He's also done some very cute cartoonized versions of various foam flingers and foam flinging logos. He made one for me that was like mouth part guy. And then he's done a few different good ones. And then this logo over here is, of course, Silver Fox Industries. The makers over at Silver Fox Industries are also very good friends of mine. So this remix is called the Skewer. And while it was designed by Taffy, it was tested by the community, and then it was put into production, and you could buy it over at Silver Fox Industries web store. I like everything about it. I like that Ryan over at Silver Fox clearly, is a friend of mine and knows what I like. And this is, Blood of My Enemies Proto-Pasta with some Vertigo Gray, some Rapunzel Silver, and then plenty of orange. I actually think that as a thank you, I should probably send over a spool of my very unique custom Pumpkin Orange. Not explicitly for any reason, just to see what he comes up with. But the overall design of this blaster is beautiful. It takes inspiration from slug-esque designs between the elastic for the mag release, and I'm assuming the trigger actually feels like it might be. Nope, it's probably also elastic. It almost doesn't matter. The whole thing is very novel because you're looking at it and you're like, yo, is this really a T-pole blaster? And the answer is yeah, it's a T-pole bolt action blaster. Now what a funky concept and design, right? To be like, Slug does some interesting stuff. I'd like to retool his entire grip system, keep his sear and plunger system, remake the magwell for half-length talons exclusively, and then use certain features like the skinny pusher and the bolts that Slug sells, the barrels that he's standardized, and a lot of the hardware that he's made popular, but then add a T-pull onto the, you really gotta offhand, main hand this, and then add a T-pull onto the back so that you do this nonsense to prime it back, forward, and pow. And it actually, I think that it's novel, I think that it's cute. Is it as ergonomically competitive as a Talon Claw? No, but if you got used to it, or if you came up during the age where a crossbow or a T-pole was more your speed, like obviously on a crossbow you'd prime like this and then fire. I'm assuming I could release it like this, but we'd have an open bolt. It would not go well. So you're gonna wanna close the bolt every time. Again, because of the way that mag release works and the way that the skinny pusher has been designed, you can in, out, in. Pretty cool. As always, and you'll see this in the up close, Silver Fox print quality is pristine. He is one of very few makers in the hobby that I am willing to say, his print quality is right up there with mine. We use the same machines, we use the same tuning, and then we do a lot of natural print selection, deburring, and fit and finish in our work. I think that he definitely charges for a product that is as, loved and well-crafted as any in the space. It is really good stuff. So I think with all of that said, the only thing left to do is fire it a couple of times. So we've got an Adventure Force Pro Dart in there, and I don't really know where to shoulder it. That might be my one gripe. Flared magwell, brilliant. Exposed barrel, that's fine. I'd never want to shoulder on the T-pole, although I think that it's sturdy enough that I could. This feels like more of an out kind of blaster. The grip itself is very comfy. There's kind of a gap here for some reason, but other than that, everything fits together very, very nicely, and it's really sharp. I don't usually do 4-color designs like this either, but the contrast between the silver and the Vertigo Gray is just really, really handsome, and I like the way that the logos pop on both sides, but I like it. It's got good pop, plenty of power. Let's take it outside. Let's put it over the chronograph. So the more I mess with the Skewer, the more I like it, which is unusual. Vampires shouldn't like steaks, so to speak. But everything about it seems to be pretty polished. It's clear that Taffy put a lot of work into it. I like the fitment of some of the parts, how they wrap around one another. Slug tends to do flats and then bind them together. It's clear that Taffy wants to add kind of shapes to puzzle his builds together. We also have the air release down here in the back. It's just, there's a lot of things about this that I like. I kind of wish it had a pump grip, but then we're fundamentally altering the point, so to speak. Get it? Skewer, point. Let's get some numbers. Really? That's pretty good. That's really good. So we're in the 220s. And pretty consistently so. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna send this further down range. Let's send it to about, I had a drill that made this a much cooler thing. And then I left the drill out in the rain because Pobody's Nerfic, and that was not my wisest decision. So here we are, manually adjusting our zip target. While we wait for it to settle out, I left the Coke can over here. Let's see how our sharpshooting is. Not quite. Whew, that's a lot of power. All right, here we go. Let's see how our this is a larger target further away. I'm sure it'll be great. And these are about 55/60 foot ranges. Let's see. All right, so that was 2 out of, I guess, 6 or 7 shots on target. The misses were close, but I just want to say that I think that's my first time shooting a target down range with this. I'm going to take it to the SE&C and see how it performs there as well, because I do like it. I do think it has merits. I do just want to say that without shouldering onto this, it is harder to aim at targets down range, especially holding with 2 hands. Even stabilized, you feel like you don't want to do anything up here. And since you're not stabilizing at the front of your muzzle, it's a little tricky, and I think it would take some getting used to. In a perfect world, maybe you just use it like a pistol, and that feels better. I think that I'm trying to split the difference, and that might be causing some minor issues. But overall, again, overwhelmingly positive. I have nothing but nice things to say about Taffy's new design language. I think that it's definitely like an evolution of slugs, but I have nothing but nice things to say about Silver Fox Industries and their print quality. I will link to both in the description box down below. And of course, like, I really appreciate them sending this review model over for me to make this video with, and in particular, just the incredibly handsome and tasteful combination of filaments and colors is really, really special. I do appreciate that, Ryan. You got me down. You know my number. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This is definitely, like, it's not, you know, the most competitive blaster, but it's definitely very fun with a performance focus and an eye for design. And I think that certainly has a place on the channel and definitely has merits in and of itself. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, much love. Blast on, Drac out.